Hey, scholars, I hope everyone's doing well during our quarantine period here. I just wanted to make a quick video here at the end of the week because I've received some concerns about the assignments that I've given you this week. And I just want to kind of go over a couple of things about them. So the first thing that some of you have noted rather, is that the work that I've assigned is taking you hours every day to complete. I just want to kind of go over what it is I asked you to do and then see how long it really should be taking you to complete. So starting with Tuesday's work when we first began, really the only thing that was new that day was the planning phase of the essay, which asked you to write a working thesis and a really short outline. Honestly, that shouldn't take you more than 10 or 15 minutes to do, especially if you're considering that you're prepping for a timed exam. If you're spending 45 minutes to an hour working through just a thesis statement and an outline, you're spending too long on it. The rest of the items on that day were all things that were assigned well before spring break, and you guys could have been doing those at any point during that. So if you did have all of those to do and it took you a while, that's probably because you weren't doing enough work up front. Moving on to Wednesday, I asked you guys to start composing and do the first 2 paragraphs of your essay after, of course, that vocab quiz, but that was just a 4-minute quiz. So 4-minute quiz plus writing 2 paragraphs. Again, that shouldn't be taking you hours and hours to do. If you had to do progress check number 3, I recognize that could take a little while, but again, progress check 3 was assigned over a month ago. Moving on to Thursday, this was probably the biggest day of work, but it was really just writing 3 or 4 paragraphs. Finishing that essay, 3 or 4 paragraphs, that shouldn't take you hours to complete. And the same thing on the progress check. Today, asking you guys to take an 8-minute quiz, followed by some essay scoring stuff that we've done in the past. The marking and editing the scoring guidelines, that's basically a copying exercise from your previous rubrics. The sample essay scoring might take you a while to read those essays, but I'm not asking you to write anything about them. Just read about give them a score and read the score commentary. And then finally, the self-evaluation. You guys have done those in the past. It's just reflection writing, shouldn't take you that long. So as far as how long this is taking you, I think that if my work is taking you 2, 3, 4 hours a day to complete, it's probably because you didn't do what was assigned to you a very long ago, or a very long time ago, rather, until the last minute. So really rethink maybe getting on top of those assignments in the future. The other thing is some of you have said that we're learning new material. None of this is new. We studied the Q1 essay back at the beginning of January. We introduced it before break, and so none of this is new. Also, you did synthesis writing, I'm told, a lot in 10th grade, so this is not new material. Lastly, I want everyone to keep in mind why we're doing this. We have a big exam to prep for, and while I do have a good track record with students passing the exam, it's only because those students have bought into the work that I've given them. So please don't assume that just by taking my class that the exam's in the bag. You have to commit, and now that I'm not there to personally push you on, you're going to have to redouble those efforts. So scholars, let's roll up those sleeves one more time. Thank you for sticking with it. I know that if you kind of rethink things, and if you find your footing in this self-learning period, that you're going to find a way to have success. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.